Hey guys, it's Van Rashid here and welcome to this video. And in this video I'm going to teach you how to create an opt-in form, and we're going to use System.io again. And another thing is we're using the Warrior Plus platform, okay, to create our buy button. Now the downside of System.io is it doesn't integrate well with other platforms such as Warrior Plus or JVZoo or anything. So normally you have an opt-in form. People opt in, you go to a thank you page, which is basically a thanks to them, and then you give them the first email and the actual course or training or whatever you're giving away for freebies in the first email. You can't really do that with System.io, okay? Because if you're going to give them a course, basically they expect it to be paid, and you want someone to get their course straight away. You don't want any hassle, you don't want any complaints or anything. So in order to give them a course, you have to put it on the actual thank you page, so people can enter their fake email address and get the course for free, which is what you don't want. But there is a way around that. I'm going to teach you how to get a way around that. Now here we're on a brand new System.io account which I've got here. There'll be nothing here, and we're going to create the first opt-in form. And the opt-in form is going to be basic and simple, really. So it's just going to be an opt-in form, okay? Because they've already purchased it on the Warrior Plus platform, and now they're going to come to this page once they've got it on the Warrior Plus platform. So let's just create this actual sales funnel here. So what we want to do is come over here to, I think it's website. There we see sales funnel. Okay, there's blogs, digital store. We want the sales funnel. Click on the sales funnel. Create sales funnel. See, it's completely empty. There's nothing here. So let's create a sales funnel. And it'll give you a choice. You can name it. Either you want to sell something, custom, evergreen. We want to go to build an audience. Building audience and custom is almost the same thing. Let's choose build an audience. Give it a name. So here it's like what it is about. So how to lose weight, how to make money, how to get a date, how to do gardening, anything you want to, whatever niche you're in, you put there. So I'm just going to create this using how to choose currency. Always use dollar. Unless you're in a different country and your market's in a different country or something, but basically use the US dollar. Just click on there. I think just type US dollar there and click on there, boom. And that's that done. You got these three functions here. You can view it, share it, deactivate it, go to settings. That's basically what we just done there, how to change the name of it and the US dollar currency. So that's basically all settings are. Other functions, again, play with them yourself. In order to edit this, you come over here where you named it, how to lose weight. And you come over here, as you can see, you have two pages created instantly. The squeeze page and the thank you page. The thank you page is where we're going to put our product directly. Active page, if you want to add more pages, just click on here where it says add step. We don't want to do that. We're going to keep this simple as we can. And these are all the templates you've got. You can choose any one of these. I'll just move myself. You can make this like, I think there's about 9, 10 there, which is showing, yes, it's showing 9. You can choose 15 or 30. Let's go to 30. And you've got 30 here to choose from. Now you want something really simple, just an opt-in form. So yeah, let's scroll through these templates here. Let's choose these. You want something which has just got an opt-in form, and we're gonna delete a lot of things anyway. See, something like this will be alright. Why isn't it showing? Yeah, there you go. You can preview it here. So if I click on preview, I'll show this. Now what I'll want to do is I want to delete everything and just have an opt-in form. Okay, something like that, and I want that in the center. That's a good one. Maybe you can work with that. That looks like a decent one as well. It's already got an opt-in form in there. We can add the actual name functions to it, so let's view that one. Yeah, you can see that. You can use that. You can delete everything, just have this center part, and change the font and everything, and change the colors and everything. But I'll use one which I've used before. Can't find it now. I hate it when that happens, but it's here somewhere. It's kind of darkish color. See, that's a decent one too. I think this is the one which I've used before. So let's just click on the view template. Yeah, that's it. I want to delete all these images, all this text and graphics, and I think that's the one there. Yeah, basically I delete everything and I keep this one because it's already placed in the center. I don't have to do too much editing with this. So let's delete that. Come back over here, select this. It'll come over to this page. This is actually it. So we'll want the actual course here. We got 2 pages here. I'll put myself back over there. you've got a squeeze page and a thank you page. Okay, on the thank you page is where we're going to deliver our product. Okay, and in this case it'll be a course of some sort, and you can deliver an ebook, a checklist, anything you want to deliver. You can do that using this thank you page. Okay, so basically we're on the squeeze page and we want to edit this squeeze page. So basically just come over here, which says edit page, click on there, and that's it. And now you've got functions here. You can add all this onto here, but first thing we want to do is just basically delete everything. And what we're going to want to keep is this one here. So I'm going to try and do this as quick as I can, but basically come over here. Oh, it should be a delete button. Okay, there's a bin button there. Wait, where is it gone? Yeah, see that? Yeah, I don't know if you can see it, but see that there where it says that bin there, just that'll bin it. Are you sure you want to delete this? Yes, I do. And that's deleted the whole lot in one go, okay? So best to time it and get the whole lot. Because I'm recording, it's really on the edge. Okay, and it's not coming through. Let me see if I can move everything along here. So you get it. So now you can see it, and you can probably see a lot of other things we don't. I'll just click on the bin, okay. Oh, see, because I'm on the edge again, it's like really on the edge, so I've got to move things around. See, I can, if I delete that, it'll just delete this section here, like so. But I want to delete the whole lot in one go, if you know what I mean. So if I come over here and delete that bin, there. Now I'm just left with this, and that's what I want. There's no need for this top section either. If you want to add a logo, you can do. You know. But really, let's just make it really simple. Click on OK. That's all we want. We don't even need this. And there's a bin there. I don't know if you can see it right in the corner there. And bin it that way. And that's all we basically want. And then we just add some text there. Add the email. Send it now button. Okay, I'm going to show you how to do that. And all the things that you just deleted, you can add them all back on as well here. So if I wanted to add more text, I click on there. Paste the text button there, and that's the text section there. Okay, that's basically how you do it. We don't want that, so let's just delete that and play around with this, and you'll get used to it once you play around with it. Okay, so let me get some text so I can paste into here and show you how I'm doing this stuff. So I'll just pause the video for a second while I get some text. Okay, I've got this from one of my previous emails, so basically I can just click on there and then edit this. And what you want to do is ask people to enter the email address which they purchased with. Okay. Which you use to purchase, something like that, okay, and make it fit in, okay, nicely and everything. So you can adjust the font size if you come over here. Let me just move this back over there. Okay, hope you can see that, and hopefully nothing's been cut off. I think everything's there. So basically you can reduce the font size there by just changing it like so. You can change the actual font type, you know, however you want. Choose a different font. I don't know if let's see what this looks like you get the idea. You can change the font and play around with this. Got letter spacing. You can change the text background color, which we don't want to, but I'll show you what that means. So something like that, red, or if you wanted it blue, you can do that. That's not too bad, but let's just keep it off. I want to keep everything plain. You got margins again. This padding, that's you know, if it moves up and down like that. Hope you get the idea, and you get the basic idea. So basically, that's what you want. Ask them to enter the email address which they use to purchase, so that will be a genuine email address. You've already got the email address anyway because they purchased it using Warrior Plus, but you want them to use the same actual email address. So when you email them, it goes to their inbox, okay, and not their spam box or anything or what have you. Okay, that's that sorted. Got the email, that's what you need. You got the name font. I prefer to have the email at the bottom and the names at the top. Let's see what we can do there. Okay, yeah, that's it. Just click on there. See with these arrows where it's up and down, let's click on the down, and now that's gone below the actual name and email. That's how I would prefer it. So let's see what it looks like. That's what it'll look like. And the second part, which is most important, what to do once they've added their name and email address. Where is this going to send them to? Obviously, you want them to go to the actual opt-in for the thank you page, but you also want them to be added to the actual campaign which you created in the previous video, which I showed you. Okay, when we created those 3 emails. So that'll be the autoresponder. So let's just click on this button here. And this should pop up here. Okay, this is what I want. Everything here now is to do with the button. See where it says button? This is all the button function there. So you want them to go to, you can edit this as well, by the way. So if you click on the button, send it to, so we wanted to say something like verify your purchase, okay? So that sounds more professional. Maybe I've missed some things, and obviously you can increase the font size here as well. Sometimes that'll increase the button size, the line height. You can change the fonts here. If you want it bold 700, you can change that, make it light, so that's gone really light, you can't see it, but always semi bold. But let's just make it really bold, bold 700 like it was before. You can add subtext if you want. Again, play with this. You can change the color. We can make it black, grey, blah blah. Let's just get it back to the orange that it was. You can change the text color. That's the area is white there. Let's just make it black. It'll be black. That don't look too bad, so we'll just leave it as that. Click away. Well, that's the padding top, so that'll increase the distance there. So I'll just show you. It's on 15 right now. As you can see, it increases the distance there. So let's go back to 15. Most of this you just want to leave it as is. That's the bottom padding. It'll increase the distance from the bottom, as you can see. So let's just get it back to 15. Well, 14. There's not much difference. This is left and right. Okay, like so. And that's it. This is, if you want to round the corners, you can round the corners from there. You know, it's got, you want it all done evenly. It's got them all on 5, but you know, for some reason they've got it like top left. It'll move on the top left. I'll show you. See that the top left is curved like so. So but you'll have to move the whole lot to 30 to make it level. And then let's just do this way. I'll show you. So roughly they're all at 30 there. Okay, so it gives it a curved look that way. You can add a shadow if you wanted to. So let's just put a shadow on there. That's a soft shadow, dark shadow. You can't see it because the color's kind of black. Hover effect again, so when someone hovers over it, there'll be a hover effect on it. That'll be a text color, the background color. Let's do that. So when someone hovers over it, it'll go, I don't know, yellow. So that'll turn yellow. Okay, that's how we've decided to do it. Style, so when someone goes over it, you want them to zoom in, slide, float. So let's press zoom in. Zoom in, it'll grow by a factor of 3. Border, do you want a solid border? We'll do a border. I don't know if you saw that border. There's a border popped up. Let's just change the color to the border. Let's keep it to yellow so you can see it. There you can see the yellow there. It's just on the bottom. So we say the bottom only. We click on there and we do a full border. All this is going to go yellow now. So if I do a full border, it's all gone yellow there. You can increase the size of it. So there you go. It's got a bigger border. Let's put it back on 3. That looks better. So you get the idea. So that's what we've created there. Action, next step, URL. Submit form. So basically when they click that, we want them to submit the form. And then you want them to go to the next step, which is the actual, that's basically it. The next step will be the thank you page. Okay. And I think, yeah, and we want an automation rule. This is what I wanted to find out. Okay. So you click on this automation rule. So we have to add an action. So when they subscribe to a campaign, choose the campaign, and we had a campaign. Oh, we had a campaign. Just give it a second, and it was the campaign which I showed you earlier, which was, I think it's called test. So let me just pause the video, find out what it's called. Okay, yeah, we're back on here. Okay, this is slightly different. This is the one which I've done previously. You might have seen this, but basically it's almost the same as this one which I've created. But in order to save time, I've come back here. This is where we created a campaign. I remember now. So basically, if you click on this button and we submitted form, this is where we clicked on. I showed you submit the form. When they click on there, the next step, we want them to be added to a campaign. So what I did was add an automation rule, and this was the rule which you created. Okay, so it says a buyers list. That was the actual campaign. I've got a few campaigns that you want to choose the correct one, and that's that. Okay, so that's how you add the automation rule. So once people sign in, they'll go to the thank you page, but they'll also be added to the autoresponder which you created. Okay, I hope that makes sense. So basically what you want to do is click on the button, submit form, next step, add automation rule. And there it's going to say choose a campaign, which I've showed you here, okay? Okay, you choose a campaign there, and you click on the one which you created. Okay, I hope that makes sense. And that's it. Once everything's done, you want to just click on save. Okay, save is that button there, that blue button there. okay, which is shown. I can't really show you here, just give me a second. That's that one there, that's the blue one. You save it and then you exit this page, okay? Because I've got a few browsers open, it's been showing that way, but I hope you understand that's how you create the opt-in form. Alright, and I think we've completed this video now. So basically what's going to happen is someone has purchased it using the Warrior Plus. I'm going to show you how to create the actual Bible, and that's the very important video. I'll show you that after this video. But let's just get everything set up before we do that, because that's going to be on the Warrior Plus thing for, which is why I've kind of done it in this order. So this will be the form once they purchased it. They'll enter the name and email address. They'll click on that. They'll go on to the thank you page. I'm going to show you how to create that in the next video. Sorry, that this video is going over 12 minutes, so I'm going to show you how to create a thank you page and how to add everything onto there. And that's where they're going to get the product, but they're also going to be added to your buyers list or your email autoresponder, the campaign which you created. Okay, so that's what's going to happen here. I'll show you how it all going to work in the videos that will come along after this one. Okay, in the next video I'm going to show you how to create the actual thank you page. And then once you've done this, come over here where it says exit, and you should pop up on this page if my computer doesn't freeze. There'll be another page here which will show you the actual thank you page, okay? So I'll pause this video right now because it seems to be slowing down. I'm recording this too much, and I'll see you in the next video.